conflict between Israel and Iran is well into its second week now, and I think it's fair to say tension is escalating. There are now reports just over the last few hours that the United States is dispatching B-2 stealth bombers to the Pacific. Now, significantly, these bombers are the only aircraft that can carry so-called bunker buster bombs. They weigh nearly 14,000 kilograms and can penetrate to a depth of 61 metres.
Now, experts believe that these are the munitions the US would use to strike Iran's nuclear sites, but only if US President Donald Trump decides to join the conflict. Meanwhile, Iran is continuing to respond to Israeli strikes, and more senior Iranian military leaders have been reportedly killed. More damage to Iranian military facilities have also been sustained.
Our correspondent Tim Swanston joins us now from Tel Aviv for the latest. Tim, just first on these bombers, it looks like the United States is at least pre-positioning military assets at this stage. What are the significance of these bombers?
Yeah, g'day Tom. Well, of course, exactly as you mentioned, we've heard that several B-2 bombers are being deployed to Guam, of course, fueling speculation that the United States might become involved in Israel's attacks on Iran. Now, why is that significant? Again, as you've spoken about, these are the jets that are capable of carrying the buster bunker bombs. Now, that's something that we know that Israel wants in its attacks on Iranian nuclear facilities, most particularly the Fordo nuclear facility, a well-protected and key nuclear facility in Iran that's buried deep in the side of a mountain. And of course, these B-2 jets that we understand are currently being deployed to Guam are only the ones that are capable of carrying such bombs. Now, of course, it is important to note that just because these B-2 bombers are being pre-deployed, it does not necessarily mean at this stage that the United States plans to get involved with an attack on Iran. Now, it has also been reported that a large number of US tanker aircraft and other military assets, including fighter jets, have been moved to the Middle East as well. So it really does appear here that the temperature here in the region is really ratcheting up with the pre-deployment of some of these assets, including, of course, these B-2s.
Yes, of course, as the world waits to see what Donald Trump's next move may be, we keep hearing about that so-called 2-week window in terms of whether the United States will get further involved in this conflict. Now, you're joining us from Tel Aviv, Tim. Israel's strikes on Iran in the meantime, they haven't eased up. What's the latest there?
That's right, of course. They have continued. We've spoken to, the ABC's spoken to people in Tehran who say that explosions have continued there. There's, of course, a lot of fear and concern on the ground. Now, Israel's military says it's completed another series of strikes in southwestern Iran, targeting dozens of military facilities. Of course, yesterday we heard news that Israel had hit the Isfahan the Isfahan nuclear facility as well. We've heard a lot from Israeli officials that they've been targeting centrifuges there in Iran, which are used in the enrichment of uranium. Now, as far as military targets are concerned as well, Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz said in a statement that it had killed Saeed Azadi, the leader of Iran's Revolutionary Guard overseas arm, and he says that was a major achievement for Israeli intelligence. Now, of course, it's also worth repeating the context to these strikes. Israel has said Iran was on the verge of creating nuclear weapons. That appears to be a sentiment that's been shared by US President Donald Trump in recent days, as well as, of course, US National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard. That's in an about-face to comments that she made in March that she said that weapons weren't being built, or that was the intelligence she had. Iran, of course, says that its nuclear program is peaceful, and the UN's International Atomic Energy Agency says while it can't guarantee that the program is peaceful, it has said it doesn't have credible indication of an active coordinated weapons program. Now, it does appear, of course, that the temperature is being dialed up, and it doesn't appear that there's much of a clear path forward here. President Donald Trump says that he won't get involved while Israel is quote-unquote winning this conflict. We know that Iran says that it doesn't want to negotiate while Israel continues its strikes, and Israel says that it's prepared for a protracted and long campaign. There's major stumbling blocks and obstacles here clearly from the positions on all sides. So it doesn't appear at this stage that there's a clear path to get out of this conflict, which appears to be escalating.